Today I got a beautiful ribeye steak from the 4 Sixes Ranch for you. Got a cast iron skillet about 100 years old, and guys, we are going to make a pan-seared ribeye steak with a bourbon pan sauce. You don't want to miss it, so stick around. We're going to season it up very simply, guys. Give you a little look here. I have just got some Uncle Steve shake. We're going to coat it, not a lot. I want to be able to taste this beef. If you wanted to go straight salt and pepper, that would be perfect also. We're going to have a little rosemary and thyme in the pan with it and a little crushed garlic. But other than that, guys, we're going to be tasting some fantastic Texas beef from the 4 Sixes Ranch. So let's get over to the fire and see how we get it into this cast iron skillet. Let's get a little beef tallow in here. Take a whole lot. Only got one ribeye steak to do. Put that away. There we go. And guys, what I do is if it gets too hot, I'll slide it this way, all right? That way you don't get your pan too awful hot. I've got it down on low right now, which is kind of a higher heat than I really like, but I'll be going back and forth to keep the pan at the proper temperature. Let's take our steak. We're gonna go about 2 minutes right there. Have my aromatics ready. About a minute in, let's just take a peek here. Starting to get there, not there yet. Flip this over, go 2 minutes on this side. Oh yeah, that's a nice sear there. I'm gonna go ahead and lay in some rosemary, just one little sprig of thyme, and there are my cracked cloves of garlic. And we'll get some cold butter in here in just a minute. Get a look at this real quick, up close. Steak's got some beautiful color, and those aromatics are going to add some tremendous flavor to this 4 Sixes Ranch ribeye. Drop some butter in here, put a little bit right up on top and a little bit in my pan. If you want to just go straight beef tallow, that would be great also. Now, got some of this butter that's got this aromatics in there. And we're going to drop that right back up on top. Still melting butter here. Look at that. See what this other side looks like. Ooh, we can sear a little bit longer. I think this is going to be the show side. Put my thyme down here and my rosemary down in that butter. That way when I scoop up my butter, we are adding that flavor back on there. Got a Thermopin, guys. Great, I got a link below for Thermopins. If you don't have one, they are a must. I really like these. This one is Frack Daddy. So hey, if y'all know Frack Daddy or Frack Daddy Barbecue, drop in and tell him, hey, thanks for loaning Chef Johnny your Thermopin. I broke mine the other day and borrowed this one from him. This one is 124, 125 right there. It's a little cooler on this end. Go just a little bit longer. Maybe flip it back over. Let's go ahead and coat this side with some butter. We are at that 125 mark to less than 130. We'll take this out, set it on our board, let it rest. And while it's resting, I'm going to make our pan sauce, exactly what it's called, a pan sauce, in this pan. So let's take out our aromatics. I'll probably pour a little bit of this oil out. Got a little beef tallow and butter. It's a lot of flavor. I don't need quite that much. Let's pour this out real quick. Time to make our pan sauce. This needs a rest for 10 minutes. Sauce takes less than 10 minutes to make. Aromatics are out, folks, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off my fire. It's off because I do not wanna flambe my whiskey. And this is whiskey. I had said a bourbon pan sauce, but truly, Gentleman Jack, this is a Tennessee sipping whiskey pan sauce, but put about an ounce in there. We're gonna burn off the alcohol and we are gonna deglaze. Oh, that smells sweet. You can see where this pan was hot, but we're just gonna get the fond, is what you call that, or the yum. My buddy Pappy G says that's the yum. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Boy, kind of get this caramel sense out of it. This little whisk is, my wife swears by this Pampered Chef whisk. She thinks it's the best thing since apple pie, I tell you that. But there's our whiskey. We go in with about a half a cup of beef stock. Just whatever's your favorite beef broth. You could use chicken broth, you could use veal. Now let's do this. I'm gonna light my stove again. If you wanted to add some flour to this, guys, you could and thicken it up with some flour. I didn't because our heavy cream is what's gonna thicken it for us. If you see a piece of that rosemary, a stem you want to get out, just keep your spoon handy and grab it. But cook out the alcohol. Get all the yum off the bottom, or the fond, the official term of it. I'm gonna reduce this down to about half. I'm not planning on adding a whole lot of seasoning to this. If you wanted to, you could go back with SPG or just some salt and pepper. We're gonna see how it tastes just from the fond off the bottom of that ribeye. I don't know, y'all see that? It's starting to drip out here. I'm gonna put some of them drippings in there. How about that? But that is a pretty steak. 4-6s. I've been eating quite a bit of their beef now, and I am liking it pretty good. And this recipe will make about enough sauce for two steaks. Let's come inside with our 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. Work that in. Boy, you can still really see them rosemary leaves now. Let's see if we can grab a couple of those out. Taste this and see if it needs to adjust the seasonings any. I'm gonna crack some, this is just multi-grain pepper. Didn't get enough pepper off of that steak, I guess. But I didn't season it real heavily either. Do that, and this is just some flaked sea salt, guys. So it's gonna dissolve fairly easy. A little of that in there. There we go. Whisk it in. Fire is off underneath it. I'm gonna let these flavors kind of meld together. Let me check my seasoning one more time. Oh yeah, that is excellent. Gonna take my steak over, get it sliced up, and then we'll pour this warm sauce over the top. Let's go back over to the table. This steak's been resting about 10 minutes, so we're gonna slice it up, see how it looks, find out if I hit medium rare or not, but I'm gonna take a look at it. All right, as that cut, it's telling me I overcooked it. It's like I got a medium steak instead of medium rare. Here lately, seems like I've been missing temps on my steaks. See how this spinalis looks. Got a little big chunk of fat right there I'm excited about. I'm gonna just take that out. How about that? Well, my wife and I are both going to eat this tonight. So, guys, this is going to work out perfect because I like it medium rare. She likes it medium. Let's take our pan sauce here. Give me a little drippings across here. There you have it, a beautiful pan-seared ribeye. This can be a great meal. Fix to call the wife out, let her have her half. But I tell you what, guys, this 4/6 beef is tremendous. I've been doing a series of Texas ranches and Texas beef, so make sure you find those other videos. I do have a playlist, Texas beef playlist. So on that playlist, you're going to see the 4/6s along with the Morehouse Ranch, Everidge Farms, Chapman beef. Guys, we're getting beef around from different places here in Texas and giving it a try. But this is a beautiful steak. It's going to taste wonderful. I know y'all are probably waiting for that taste to see exactly how it turned out and how that pan sauce was, right? Technically, I guess it's a whiskey pan sauce because I use Gentleman Jack Tennessee sipping whiskey in it and not bourbon. But let's give this a try. Oh yeah. That kind of caramel flavor, that smell I was getting a while ago as that whiskey was cooking down and getting the alcohol out. You get that whiskey flavor with that salt and pepper and then all the flavorings from that wonderful ribeye steak. You're getting all that together cooked up in that cast iron skillet, and it is very, very good. I'm liking it. I hope you like it. Give this recipe a try. If you did, let me know. And if you would, tell your friends and family about us. Tell them what we're doing here. We got a lot of cooks. I got over 400 videos out there that you can look at. And I try to do my best on each one of those. But thanks for stopping by. Give these recipes a try. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe, like, and share. That's what it takes to grow this channel, and I need your help for doing it. Thank you so very, very much. I'm Chef Johnny, and I'll see you down the road